It's crazy how everyone's like, oh, anime live action, it sucks, it can't be done, it's so bad, they can't adapt anime into big screen movies or anything, oh, they just need to stop, yada yada yada, right? But what about Inception? And what about Paprika? Let's talk about it. So yeah, of course, I'm sure a lot of you guys know the movie Inception, right? With Leonardo DiCaprio. Directed by Christopher Nolan, of course, the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? I do like a lot of his movies, and yeah, Inception is definitely one of them. I remember it when it came out, and it was really popular. A lot of people liked the film, and for obvious reasons. I mean, it was pretty well done. But no one really talks about the fact that it is heavily inspired by Paprika. Like, I'm gonna show you guys clips on the screen to let y'all know, but there is heavy inspiration of Paprika in the film Inception. Like, it is no joke. There's so much inspiration, not just in the concept of being able to enter people's dreams, but in just the cinematography and the shots themselves, like everything, the color palette and everything. Like, there's so much inspiration taken from Paprika, and no one really talks about that. Like, I feel like back then, of course, anime wasn't as popular, and I would say Inception was kind of the Paprika for America. But you know, now that anime is more popular, it might be talked about more than it was back then. But yeah, definitely still not enough, right? Like, people always love to say that live action can't be done based on an anime, but it's like there's so many live actions that are already out there that people really do like, that people do know, that have been done, that are based on an anime, that are basically anime live actions, just not direct adaptations, right? Much like my last video where I talked about Edge of Tomorrow and the relationship between All You Need Is Kill and that movie, this film could have easily been a Paprika anime live action adaptation where they just changed the name to Inception to make it, you know, more of its own thing. But obviously, you know, I'm gonna give Nolan a bit more credit here. I mean, you can definitely tell that he took heavy inspiration from Paprika, but this is still his own work. This is still his creation, and there are some differences in the films, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about that more with this article that I have pulled up. But yeah, just wanted to really point this out there and let you guys see that this film is heavily inspired by an anime film, and that realistically it could easily work as an anime live action. It could very well be an anime live action without us really knowing, much like that video where Edge of Tomorrow was actually an anime live action of All You Need Is Kill. They just changed the name. This obviously wasn't a direct anime live action where they just changed the name, but it very well easily could have been. And that's why, don't get me wrong, Edge of Tomorrow isn't anything to write home about, but Inception is, and people really love this movie, and a lot of those people don't even realize that it was heavily inspired by anime. So yeah, while there's this constant argument about anime not being able to fit into live action, these two films would say otherwise, and that's the main reason I wanted to make this video. But I will say, after seeing both films, there are definitely some interesting comparisons and contrasts. I got this article pulled up here to definitely kind of illustrate that a little bit more than me just off the top. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, really quickly here, I'm just going to read over some of the more interesting parts. Alright, both Christopher Nolan's Inception and Satoshi Kon's Paprika are about dreams. The former deals with agents who enter people's dreams to extract information or plant ideas, while the latter deals with a therapist treating people by entering their dreams. Inception is about the way ideas fight to lodge themselves into our subconscious, with dreams forming the front lines of those battles. Paprika, on the other hand, is more concerned with the psychology of dreams and the way they form a feedback loop with our daily lives. Though these movies sound very different, they're actually quite alike. In Inception, time moves faster in dreams, allowing the characters to complete long tasks in a short period. However, the movie is very literal about space in the dream world. Architects create the places they will go in their dreams while making them convincing enough that the minds they infiltrate will not notice. Sometimes they have to design dreams within dreams called levels, which result in an amount of detail that creates a virtual world of rigid construction and strict rules. A world not that different from the real one, with the exception of paradoxical architecture and scenery. On the other hand, in Paprika, when Dr. Chiba enters a patient's mind, she is entering an actual dream, not a dream that was constructed by an architect. The dream world is therefore more surreal, but also more personal. For instance, in Kanekawa's dream, several people with the same face charge him. He swings through the jungle like Tarzan, and a briefcase turns into a guitar as Paprika smashes it over a man's head. In the later half of the movie, things become even more psychedelic as the evil Dr. Seijiro uses a stolen DC mint to control the people's collective dreams and make them to march through the streets in a parade of toys by merging reality with dreams, where he has supernatural powers. He hopes to take over the world as Kanekawa, Paprika, and the others fight to stop him. More bizarre events unfold. While each movie is focused on dreams, they use them in different ways. In Inception, dreams are a vehicle for the action and exploration into the subconscious. Though it has dreamlike elements, it's more about the way ideas affect the human mind and less about dreams themselves. Paprika, in contrast, is about aspirations and is like a dream itself. It leaves the feeling of having just woken from a strange but inspiring vision. And yeah, those were the main things I kind of wanted to point out with the article. I agree with them. I do think Paprika is more psychological and almost feels like a dream within itself as a movie, which is kind of the really beautiful thing about it, the very artsy nature of it. And I think that's why Paprika is so brilliant, to be honest. Whereas Inception is more of an action movie at its core, but kind of uses dreams as more of a device to get deeper and deeper and sort of make this like battle aspect of a lot of the missions and whatnot that they go on. So yeah, but like I said, they both still have a lot of similarities and a lot of inspiration is taken from Paprika. So yeah, and I think they're both really good movies, to be honest. If you've seen them, definitely let me know what you guys think about them in the comments below, and if you guys noticed any of those inspirations or anything lingering over into the other before this video, or was this the first time noticing both of the similarities between the films. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, that helps me out a ton. And yeah, if you guys want more anime live action videos like this, you know where to be. Definitely hit that bell notification to stay tuned for all the content that I'm gonna be bringing you. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see y'all in the next video.